Audio check. Yep. All right. I think everything is up and running. The lobby is all good. All right. I think we are good to go. So I shall quickly change my controller. All right. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you may be in the world. Welcome back to the Indian Racing League. This is season 14, round 3. No division, Division 1. I think Division 1 around the wonderful Las Vegas street circuit. It is a street circuit, yeah. We do pass some very interesting parts of this very famous city. And we have a full grid, 20 drivers here with us. And welcome to the stream, people. It's always good to have people joining in. And I can see 2 people have retired already. I don't believe people have penalties, or quali bans or such. Jin, welcome. Bob's Burgers, no, it is Massive Burger. Sorry, Much Burger. And there was some sushi place as well from the last stream. Hello, just an ordinary sim racer. I cannot figure out who you are from your name, but nice to see people in the chat showing up. And for some reason, the audio is very low, and I'm sorry, that is for me. That is on me. I was trying a few Grand Prix mode races and I had reduced the volume. Oh, Easy Level Bot. Welcome, Easy Level Bot. What are you not doing? Why are you not in the lobby? What are you doing in the chat? Please do grace us with your presence in the lobby as well sometime soon. Would be good to have some familiar faces in the chat and familiar faces on the track, sorry, not just in the chat. So as we start the lap on board with Shrikant Das, he's made a bit of a mistake there. Hello, Caesar. Good to have you in the chat as well with us. I can see a couple of drivers out on track. So for now, I am the only person on comms. We may have Malav joining me sometime in the near future, or we may have him not joining us for the race. We're about to find that out, and as soon as I come to know something about it, I shall let you good folk on the stream know. But for now, we are going to, I think, just follow Shrikant's lap. So I have completely messed up my corner numbers and so on and so forth. But we are approaching the very famous Las Vegas Sphere. And Shrikant, oh, we have Malav in the chat. Welcome, Malav. Please do let us know if you're going to grace us with your presence. And oh, Supreme Leader didn't give you a seat. Well, unfortunately, there are only 20 seats available, which is an interesting thing. I would want to point that out at some point, that we have recently obviously received the news that F126 will no longer exist. F126 will be a paid DLC for this game, as Shrikant very well wanted to, I think, pay for another front wing Aston Martin Aramco. Oh, I can see a bit of traffic in the first sector there. Is there some crowding going on? People trying to get out of others' ways on their outlap or something? I'm not sure entirely, but let's have a look at Shrikant. So F126 it's going to be a paid DLC for F125. The first time the franchise is going to not have a game for a season since I think it's 2008. F1 2008 did not have a game. We had F1 2009 through to 25 a game every single year. We will get back to the F126 dilemma a little later, but for now we see Shrikant setting the pace with a 32.48, and I want to see I think it's an Alpine. Is that Yash? Where is Yash? Yeah, right there. So Yash coming up to the line. The Alpine driver took pole position last time out in Japan, you remember. So let's see, he comes up to the line and he goes P1, and it's a healthy gap to Shrikant as of now, but there are many others who will be very eager to put a lap time on the board. Shubh Kumar with the good lap, just 10th behind Yashmana. Rohan Wadhwa goes P4 in the not Torres. Toro Rosso V card. Yes. Caesar saying that 2014 and 15 were in one game, but we did also have a dedicated 2014 game for the PS3, and the PS4 version of 2015 indeed had both versions. As we have quite a few names gracing the leaderboards, the names changed very, very quickly, but we can now see that Abhishek has taken provisional pole from Shrivats. Welcome back to the league. Gangster in P3, Raman in P4 with a very good lap. Yash has now gone to P5. I think he will definitely want to be making amends for that, for tumbling down the order. I see Deadly Mosquito on an out lap who has just started his laps. So Smith, Shah, and Worski are the only two who have not started their laps yet. And who is that? Is that an Alpine of Yash Gosalia, or is that the Alpine, another Alpine? I can't make out, but whatever it is, it I think seems to have distracted Noble Gata on his hot lap attempt. He is still going about it. Oh, what are you people doing here? Yash Gosalia has a penalty for a collision with Gangster. As you can see here, these two are on the same, occupying a similar piece of track here right now. So obviously something very untoward has happened here. Yash getting out the way of the other Sauber of Phantom, who also, welcome back. It's been a long hiatus for Phantom. Noble Gata is on invalidated. Let's have a look at Vifix's lap. So he is coming down the Vegas strip. He'll probably get a tow from Yash's Alpine, I think. These two obviously have some interesting history over the course of IRL. Let's see. On this occasion, there was no drama. Yash got out the way. Vifix also just. Whoa, what's happening to people? Why are people picking up grid penalties? Pixan has got a penalty for a collision with the Red Baron. And I'm not going to switch over to that right now because Vifix is about to finish his lap, and coming across the line, Vifix goes to the mid-pack P8. I think he's gone to the wheel or something, but this just must be such unfamiliar territory for him. Dark Knight, that is, Shooter, has gone to P8. Deadly Mosquito coming up to the line. What can Deadly Mosquito do in the Mercedes? Only P12 for now. That will be a little disappointing. Noble has gone for a second flying lap, as we have two grid penalties to be mindful of, and it's the two Alpines. I've just realized that. Oh, Alpine, you love to cause controversy in this league, no matter who is driving for that particular team. So P6 and P20 as of now have grid penalties to look out for, and I think Noble Gata has decided to abort this attempt because he is manually using overtake or something. I'm not sure what he's. Oh, he's saving up the battery for the back straight. I've not played this game enough to figure out all the tactics as of now, but Noble Gata is on a hot lap. I was wondering why his battery indicator said that he was not deploying any battery at all, but he is coming up to the final corner. Let's see what Noble decides to do. A decent run through the last penultimate corners, and this upcoming left-hander is officially the last corner, turn 17 on this racetrack. Shubh Kumar on an outlap. Shubh Kumar in a good position. I should say that next game there'll be no more DRS, only. I can't see the rest of the comment. I will need to pull up the stream on my phone to see the various comments that people are leaving, but I'm very keen to see whether somebody can challenge Abhishek. I didn't catch it in time, but Baz has gone to P2. Obviously, Baz won the last race. He has been on a bit of a winning streak in the past. Of the past 3 races, he's won 2 of them. So, Baz, don't discount him. Manual overtake mode. Yeah. The words cut off on my PlayStation screen. So, let's see. I think quite a few people are going to be employing this tactic that Noble showed us. But I can see a lot of people on outlap. I'm just trying to figure out who I should be following here. So we have Shrivats, we have Shubh Kumar, we have Yash, we have Abhishek as well. Abhishek has just exited the pit. So I want to be on board with somebody for an entire lap. So I'm trying to figure out who is the best candidate for that. Raman, I think, is not particularly logical to choose right now for that. I see an Aston. That must be Raman. No, that is the other Aston of Shrikant. I think I'll stick with Shobh. He is in a good position. We may see him jump up probably to P3. I think that would be a possibility. So let's be on board and cinematic camera with Shubh Kumar for the entirety of this Las Vegas Grand Prix quali lap. Shubh starts his lap, and it's going to be a long left-hander that takes us through turn 1. It's a very tricky corner to put down the throttle. need to be very, very cautious through turn 2, turn 3, I think I should say. And onto this DRS zone. Now he's gonna get a little bit of a distant toe from the Sauber. I'm not sure who that is. Youngster probably? Yeah, Phantom's in the pit. So coming up towards the end of sector 1 soon enough, we're gonna see Shubh Kumar's timing delta. He's scraped the wall a little bit, shouldn't be much of an issue. Coming up towards the Las Vegas sphere, he is up by 500. That is not enough of an improvement for him as of now, but he still has quite a long distance to cover. I can hear some very peppy music in the background there. I'm not sure why the game decides to play some hardcore music while we are wanting to listen to the roar of the engines as we come towards the Las Vegas Strip on board with Shubh Kumar. Let's see. He decides to brake at a reasonable point. I think he could have chosen to brake a little bit later, but I think that's reasonable for him. He is up by almost 2/10. And Jin telling me that MotoGP is free. Well, I'm not sure how or when. In what way is MotoGP free? I would be very keen to know that. But for now, we are going to follow Shubh's conclusion to the lap. Coming up to the final 3 corners. This is going to be tricky. There's a yellow flag for some reason. I'm not sure why. He's mounted a bit too much curb there. He's hit the wall and he's done a Franco Colapinto. And Shubh Kumar ends his lap in a very sad manner, returning back to the pit lane. I think dejected. That was shaping up to be a pretty decent lap. I think that would have brought him around about where Raman is. So, not the best way to end your lap, obviously. I can see a Sauber of no, Phantom on an out lap. So somebody is Shubh Kumar's retired. It was only front wing damage. He could have done another lap after a 30-minute replacement of the front 30 seconds, sorry, replacement of the front wing. But okay, for whatever reason, Shubh has decided to retire. Yash coming through the final few corners. Let's see if he can keep away from the wall. He does, and coming up to the start-finish line, Yash Rosale will take the shortest possible route. The pole sitter last time out, oh, he lifts off, and he does not improve. So I'm not sure why or what's happened there to Yash, but he has decided to lift off just before the line. This is Raman on an out lap. Gangster is on a lap. What about Abhishek and Baz? Abhishek's coming up to the line. Let's follow him. Let's then go over to Shrivats and Baz. Let's have a look at their laps. I think Shrivats has just crossed the line. So Abhishek is down in the middle sector. Let's see what he can do. Coming up to the line, Abhishek does not improve on his time. Oh, I think he's made a bit of a mistake there. I have not been keeping track of everything right now, sorry. What about Baz? Baz has just Baz has improved, but it's not been in by enough. He has gotten closer to Shrivats, who himself has done a pretty decent lap to go up to P2. Abhishek, I think, is maybe he made a mistake on his initial flying lap. Graces the wall there. Let's have a look. Abhishek is up marginally in the first sector. Now, this is crucial. He needs to improve because look how close Shrivats is to him right now. Shrivats is not too far behind, and he could prove to be a real problem for the Mercedes driver. Abhishek has an Alpine ahead of him. That might be Yash. Is that Yash? It is. No, it's not Yash. It's the other car of Faizan. So let's see if that could end up being beneficial to Abhishek's lap. Let's have a look. Mounts the curb but doesn't lose too much time, I think, because of it. Well, visually, I don't know, the game sometimes feels a little slow, but it is not the case. Abhishek is recharging for some reason. Has he decided to abort this lap as well? Is he boxing? He has the DRS open and everything, so I'm not sure what he's deciding to do. Not sure, are people on laps or are they not on laps? Raman looks like he's on lap and he's up by almost 4/10. That would be a huge jump up the order. Actually, it'll only get him to where Gangster is right now. Noble Gata, what a fantastic lap to take the pole position. For now, provisional pole. We still have people about to finish their laps. We are yet to see the best from Abhishek and Shrivats, I'm sure. Raman coming through the final few corners. Let's see if he can keep away from the walls. He can. Now coming up towards the start-finish line. Raman was up by almost 4/10. Let's see if he can get into the 1 minute 30s. Only 3 drivers have achieved it as of now, and Raman comes across the line. I think he stayed where he was. He's gone up a position. He's gone from P7 to P6. Improves his time, but I don't think Raman will be too happy to see his name not in the top 5 as of now. Hello Redstone, what are you not doing on the track? Yeah, exactly. Why are you not racing, Ajitesh? I think there is a sinister plot at play here by Redstone. He wants to show everyone how they can win the championship with the fewest races entered. And I think Redstone is one of the only drivers who can actually do that. Let's see, we have quite a few races left in the season as of now. So next week, Redstone, you're not Ferrari. Please do stuff this week, not next week. Oh, Phantom! I just wanted to have a look at what the other guys on track are doing. Invite again, please. Absolutely, Malav. I will do so. Let me just see if somebody's on a lap. Noble got her with a phenomenal lap. I cannot see. Malav, I cannot see you online. Yeah, alright. Alright. Hello, Anton. Redstone is getting very happy to see you in the chat here. Are you Anton Hypers? It's the only familiar name that begins with Anton that I remember. Somebody who's been, I think, out of looking for a while. And we have people on vacation, people not racing, people who are should be racing, such as Redstone, who are not driving on track right now. And we have Raman coming into the pit lane and absolutely blitzes it in the end lap. Warski, Sepoy, many different names the McLaren driver has, but whatever it is, he is coming up towards the Las Vegas Strip. And welcome, Malav. So we do have Malav joining us for the end of quali and for the entirety of the race. Down the Las Vegas Strip we go. DRS open. No, not yet. Sorry, that was just a detection line. DRS open now for the McLaren driver. Hello, Malav. Are you here? I cannot hear you. It's like you're speaking through a distant pipe or something. Yeah, it sounds like you're very far away. You're shouting from a very echoey room, standing in one corner of a very room. Dvorsky has gone up to P6. A good lap for Dvorsky. Very close to the end. Although I think, given the amount of time left on the board, this is going to be his one and only attempt. Let me increase your volume, Malav, just in case that is going to be an issue. Okay, whenever you can just say something so I can figure out if your mic is a little better. Dvorsky will. You still sound a little distant. I'm changing the audio mix as well a little bit. And I can hear an echo. I can hear my voice. Is there something on your end, some issue? Okay, I hope it doesn't cause too many issues during the rest of the race. It's a little uncanny to keep hearing myself moments after I speak the words I'm speaking. But Malav, welcome. You don't? Well, that is an issue. We are in the final moments of quali. Let me very quickly send you an invite. Oh, what is your name in this? You have a different EA ID or something? Oh, no, you can beat me. Is that one? No. I can't find you. Unless I've just blasted past your user ID. I'm gonna take one more attempt. IRL, you can beat me. Yeah. I think you can join on that as well. I've sent you the invite. I'll just have a look at the end of quali. This is critical moments for the session as well. So do join in. I think we should be able to join the session from there. We are going to pick up from where we left off. URL Basil, the checkered flag is out. Red Baron will not be able to do any more laps. But we have a lot of drivers on their hot laps. Abhishek is up by a huge amount. This could see him go pole. Let's focus on Abhishek's lap for now. Coming up towards the final three corners, we should have Malav joining us in a moment's time. Abhishek is coming up to the chicane. He has DRS open, DRS closed. Let's see how he navigates this section. Oh, he's taken a little bit too much curbing. He's invalidated, and that is how quickly a fantastic lap can just end with regret and sadness. Abhishek is out. Shrivats has gone up to P2. Hello, Malav. Hello, Malav. Hello. I can hear myself a lot louder, but I can hear you as well. Yash Gosalia has improved. Baz has improved. What about Noble? Noble's up marginally. Can you join the session, Malav?
I am trying. I don't have an invite here as well, so I'm trying to
join in the friend section because it was over there. Me, what about Noble? We are going to have a look at Noble's conclusion of the lap. He does improve. 30.3. He is over 4 tenths clear of the next guy. which is his
which
teammate.
is his teammate.
Yes,
Yes,
Caesar, I am
Caesar, I
aware.
am aware.
Everyone can hear
Everyone
me
can
twice.
hear me twice.
Oh, is it?
One
Let me
second, one
try
second.
a different microphone because
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
that would be
probably
good.
that would be good.
yeah.
I think one of me is enough for an RL stream. Terrific spits, nothing more for him. A good lap by Shrivats, a very good attempt by Noble. Abhisheks will be ruining what could have been, but I don't think in any case anybody was about to dethrone Noble. What a lap! 30.358. It's showing 359 in the top right of the screen for some reason. I'm not sure why.
I think it should be fine now, Chips.
Let me say something, and I cannot hear myself, at least not loud enough. So, but you sound very. Your volume is quite low. Let me increase it
Yeah,
a
maybe
little
bump
bit.
up the volume.
I have just
to the
done so.
package.
So, welcome, Malav. People in the chat, please do let me know if you can hear Malav loud and clear.
I still need to join the lobby. I haven't been able to do that.
You haven't received the invite? Oh, I
Nope.
thought I did that. Well, is
I mean,
RL you
I
can beat
saw
me, right?
you inviting me, but I
Yeah.
haven't received it, and I'm trying to join in
Oh.
through other people's game, but
Maybe you can
that's
ask
not
Vivix
working either.
some execution or
I
something is
have
his ID.
on Discord.
Alright, I think we should be able to send you an invite just before the lobby begins. There you go. I haven't been able to look at the order, but there you go. Both Alpines have a 5-place penalty by the way, Malif.
Yeah, I saw it on the stream. Unfortunate for Gosalia, and I think it was Faizan. I'm not too sure
Yes.
who's the other Alpine driver.
But it is Alpine is love, and Alpine shall continue to cause trouble no matter where it is. There you are. RL, you can beat me. I sent you another invite as well, and I will go
Finally, I
ahead and
think
send
I
you.
have an invite now. Hopefully, I can
I'll
join.
send one to the party as well. Join a social play race. Okay. All right. So we have. I've sent you an invite. It's a full lobby. I'm very excited to see how that plays out. With the penalties in place, we have a bit of a mixed up grid. I'm very keen to see how that
So
plays
it
out.
was Noble and I'm
Baz.
sorry, I didn't really pay attention who was on the front row.
Noble and Baz. Red Bull lockout.
Okay, okay, and then
Then we have
where's
Shrivats,
Abhishek?
Abhisheks.
Okay, so second row of
Welcome
the grid.
to the stream. Welcome to the welcome to the lobby. You are already in the stream.
Yeah.
So we
All
have.
right, it's been a minute.
Indeed, it has. Welcome back to the comms box. How does it feel? You took over most of the comms duties for last season. So
Yeah, good to have a comms partner. To be honest, I had to dust off my PS and find controller from the depths of my cupboard just to get here. But yeah, it's been a while. Good to see a full grid, as you said, Chips. Quite a few PC players, quite a few new drivers as
new
well.
faces as
So
well. Yep, indeed. A
yeah,
lot of them.
hopefully they can surprise us in good ways.
In
And
good ways. Fingers crossed, it's only in good ways. So I can see most people are on the medium tires, but we have some people who have gone onto the hards. The fix.
yeah, so
Shooter. I'm not going to call him by that name, which is irrelevant at this point.
I think one of the worst.
Nobody is going to call him by that name. Shooter.
Yeah.
Change it back. I'm not going to refer to it by anything else.
Yeah, can we just start a
petition?
like
Yeah, we
a
need to.
crowd fund just for
Yeah.
him to change it back, even
I
if
think-
he. I don't know if it's a money thing. I'm sure it's not.
We need to
But
lobby
it's-
Caesar to decline Shooter being allowed to participate in any future events until
Yeah.
he changes his name back to Shooter.
Yeah, that should work. I think Caesar loves abusing his power anyway. Maybe this time it will be for a good cause. So, all right. So I think just ordinary sim racer, who I think is easy level bot,
Easy
is
level
asking
bot,
for
yes.
top 3 predictions.
Top 3. Interesting.
It's
Malav, what's your take?
I mean, I would go for Noble Garter and Basil for sure, but maybe let's see if someone like Raman can get in. Or I won't mind talking to a Phantom. It's been like a few years since I've seen him race. So I think I don't know when was the last time he raced with us.
That's on 22 or 21, I think.
Probably.
something like that.
So
Something along
yeah,
those lines.
I won't mind seeing him on the, or maybe a new face. I think we got some gangster person last time
Yeah,
on the,
gangster, but we didn't have a chance to
but we
interview
couldn't.
him.
Yeah,
PC
we
players,
couldn't
yeah, we
interview him.
can't.
When I say we, I mean you.
Yes.
But yeah, maybe maybe someone like a Gosalia or Shub Kumar or Faizan for that matter down in P19. What a story
Interesting
that would
new
be.
faces. Yep, that would be very interesting. Faizan down in P19. He has a not a 5 second penalty, a 5 plays grid penalty, of course, just like his
You
teammates.
never know. By
A
the
lot
time
of
this week
disqualifications, Malav,
ends,
from the grid
yeah,
placement thing. I didn't
yeah, I
expect
can
to see
see
that.
I've got
But
7 DSQs.
I will give a very boring top 3 prediction. That would be Noble, Baz, and Abhishek's. And
Abhishek,
to see how
I've
that
got
plays out.
yes.
Is Phantom lined up in the wrong spot? He's supposed to be further ahead, is he not? He is alongside Azun. Yeah, exactly. Phantom, come on. Let's get into the right grid
This is
spot.
so weird. This whole
I've
this
never seen
whole
this happen before. Yeah.
yeah, but the whole the way it's curved, right? The whole grid,
Yes.
the balls. So anyway,
It is
off you go
interesting.
with the start.
Highlights ahead of the drivers, and when the lights go out, we go racing. It seems to be a good start for Baz, a good start for Noble. They seem to be level packing as we go towards turn one. The Ferrari is very slow in the background there, but the two Red Bulls are going to go side by side, and I think it's going to be Noble who's going to have the edge on his teammate, and Noble is going to stay in P1, or is he? Baz is putting one under real pressure. There's a McLaren, I think, who's had a bit of a spin or something in the background. Yellow flags were out temporarily. Shrivas has held on to P3 ahead of Gangster, who is coming under pressure from Abhishek, who's lost a position, and Gangster breaks a little late. He runs into the back of Shrivas. That is not going to bode well for him. That may be something that we need to look out for a little bit later. But a very, very good start for Noble and Baz, and they're in a very good position right now. Shrivas has held P3. Gangster up to P4. I think Abhishek's a little out of shape here right now because he's been making a few uncharacteristic mistakes here. Yellow flag once again for some reason. I think the midfield is getting a little bit spicy. Shub and Smith Shah. Oh, we have a lot of cars going very, very close to one another as we approach the strip. Let's have a look. The Ferrari, the Williams, the V-Carb, the Haas. There's a lot of cars involved here. Let's see if there's anybody's going to come to blows here. No, it seems like everybody's gotten through unscathed. Well done. I see. Oh, somebody's taken out the ball out there for the back. But up front, a great start. A dream start for the Red Bull team.
Yeah, very good start from both of them, and they've held P1 and P2. By the way, the McLaren that you were talking about, that Sepoy in P15, I think he was in the top 10, and he completely outbroke himself in turn 1, and that is the reason he's down in P15. Might have caused damage to a couple of cars, so that we will have to wait and watch if someone goes bang in the pits.
Indeed, I see position still being traded. The top two are very, very close. Baz has bridged the gap to Noble already, and DRS will be enabled. This is the new rule, which I keep forgetting, that DRS is no longer lap 3, it is lap 2 nowadays. But Baz is putting Noble under some real pressure, and I think Baz has made it. Well done, even before he got the DRS open. Baz is ahead of Noble.
At what point, Chips, do you think Baz is going to convert himself to a full-time driver?
Oh, what's happened here to Noble? Had a bit of a moment there, and Shrivas is now ahead of him. And yeah, speaking of, I think Baz should consider moving up to a full-time seat because he's been showing some very good pace. Somebody's gone off circuit. Is that Faizan? It is. It's not in the barriers, so I think he's been able to get through unscathed. Two people in the pits, Red Baron and Azun. And yeah, Baz, as you say, Malav, with the pace he's been showing, it does make sense for him to consider a full-time seat.
Yeah, and Gangster losing another.
Noble has gone to P4, Malav.
And yeah, so I'm not sure if Noble has damage. It doesn't look so. I don't think he.
I think he's just a little frustrated.
All of a sudden, his
wheel issues, maybe. Raman's gaining on him. Raman is going to probably gain 2 places if he can time it right, but actually, as it turns out, nobody's going to gain any position. Maybe Gangster and Raman trade places. Nope. They're going to hold position, hold station where they are, and Raman will stay in P5, Gangster stays in P6. Shub Kumar was a person who's looking pretty feisty in quali, but I think he's not been able to do a whole lot starting down in, I think, what was it, P11 or P10.
Yeah, and look at the gap Baz has and Shrivas has over.
Already over a second.
So
these two
already broken DRS, although Shrivas just trying to get his Williams back into that 1 second window. But this looks good for Baz, but still, of course, plenty of racing to go, and a safety car never out of the question on this track.
It's only lap 3 and Vifix is in the pit lane. Vifix has been having a torrid time in this game.
Yeah, and Vifix made up quite a few positions in the first couple of laps. So
maybe some damage that we missed.
Yeah, I completely missed what happened to him, which is why he had to quit. But he's on a set of another mediums. I think he started on hard, so
he started on hard. He was one of the few guys who started on the hard tires.
Yeah, but surely he can't go the full race from here on. So
it's logical to anticipate.
It was more than a second, Chips, and now it's less than half a second.
I think Noble has braking issues,
really
Malak. And yeah, he has. Shivats has caught up. Because Noble seems to be struggling really with a lot of braking. I think what's happening here is that Baz has a lot more battery saved up. So despite the DRS advantage that Shivats has, I think Baz should be able to hold him off. Noble getting past Raman again. Let's have a look at Noble's onboard into turn 1. Let's see if he's actually struggling with braking. So we'll follow Raman until we get towards turn 1. For the back, I don't see anybody's too close apart from Nishan and Mosquito, who will not focus on right now. We'll focus on Noble. So let's have a look. In towards turn 1 we go. And he's not gone too deep there into the corner. But it just doesn't seem like Noble Gata has any confidence right now in the car. Rohan Wadhwa gets a penalty.
It's uncharacteristic of Noble to lose space like this. Yes. So I definitely think there is some issue. It's probably not setup related, as Gosalia gets past Smith. So he's up into P8. That's a good first few laps for Gosalia.
Yash, especially after that penalty, will be wanting to make some amends, and I think it's a good way to go about it. Moves up into P8. He is about 4 tenths or so away from DRS, from Shooter. So I would assume he will be trying his level best to get in DRS range, but I think it will be a little... No, it will not be too late. DRS detection is down the strip itself. Yeah. Let's have a look at Shrivats and Baz, maybe. That could be a tough point. I think Shrivats has saved up a little more battery this time around. And I think he's going to go for the move.
He is going to go for it, and Baz probably should not defend this. It's going to be an easy highway overtake for Shrivats. Yep. He's up into P1, and I think further behind there might be a move happening for Noble.
Gangster as well. I think Gangster will be overtaking the Red Bull driver, but not the Aston driver. And these two are very, very close. Dark Knight, Shooter can see it all unfolding in real time. Noble hits the wall.
There's
and that's
contact.
Definite damage for Noble.
Front wing, there's definitely damage on the Red Bull, I feel. And yeah, he has no left end plate.
So Noble from pole position is now down in P7 without an end plate. How quickly fortunes change in this.
I think he's gonna be out of the points with his own.
Yellow, I see a car going very slowly. Is that Phantom? It's a Sauber, I think, no? No, it is Deadly Mosquito, never mind. They have a very similar color. Very difficult to discern between them sometimes. But the two Red Bulls not enjoying the previous lap, Malav. Baz falling to P2, Noble falling out of top 5. And he has no end plate now. Oh, he's hit the wall. This will be a boon for Yash Gosalia. He'll get DRS definitely down the back straight. I think Noble should
Noble needs to pick. He's going from bad to worse here, and he's just going to keep falling down the order. So might as well pit, get a new set of tires.
Exactly.
Get his front wings changed.
A new lease of life maybe for the Red Bull driver. Shooter is very close to Gangster. Yash is very close to Noble, and Smith is just about managed to stay within DRS range of Yash. Shrikant and Shubha
might be lining up a bit more as well. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's have a look at Baz. Towards the chicane we go. Is he gonna go for the move? He decides to hang back. He wants the DRS. He wants to, I think, play it a little smart. He wants to play the long game, although he almost went into the wall there and played the pit lane game, going into the front wing. Shooter, with the help of some battery, he may be lining up a move here, Malif.
Yeah, he is into turn 1. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, goes down the inside of Gangster, and Shooter is up into P5. Shrikant, by the way, did make good comeback on this slight contact, and Gangster does fight back. He has
good switchback by Gangster there.
Yeah, I think it might be a couple of laps before the hard tires become the better tire. I guess this is a standard one stopper as Gosalia gets past Noble.
Why is Noble not boxing, Manu?
Probably just waiting for a safety car because he's on the mediums, and hard tires to take them 20 laps might be asking a bit too much from them.
Will he not
So
lose a lot more than he could
he
otherwise
would. I
gain?
mean, he could convert this into a two-stop, but then the timing of the safety car, if it comes, then it comes, also becomes very important. So I can see why he's trying to battle it out and feel the pain right now rather than going
Yeah,
at a snail's pace towards the end of his
fair
second
enough.
stint.
Reasonable.
Basil, by the way, on the back
Yep.
of Srivatsa, and I think there is
Abhishek's
going to be a change in the lead as well.
and Abhishek's could also be a factor here. Baz will have a simple overtake. What's happened there to Deadly Mosquito, who's gone deep, I think, into that corner while braking. Temporary yellow flag will not result in too many issues. Baz takes the lead. Shrivas down to P2. Abhishek stays in P3. Noble and Yash are battling it out.
Yeah, and
And Noble's gone deep.
oh, Noble almost running into the back. Running into the barrier is not able to brake, and I mean, losing a front wing will affect your braking efficiency as well.
Have quite a few battles going on here. Dark Knight going for attempt 2. Into turn 1 we go. Will Gangster be able to do another switchback? This time around, Shooter defends it well. And there you go, the Ferrari driver up into P5. Yash and Noble battling it out. Should I focus on that as well? Noble down to P8 once again behind the Alpine driver. Shooter's ahead.
Yeah,
Gangster's gone down.
Shooter, learned his lesson from last lap and this time covered his inside
give in.
well to not let Gangster back through.
Better not give
now
Gangster any chances. He's proven to be pretty feisty. I think it was in Brazil as well. He was running in the upper reaches of the top 5, I think. Something like that.
And the gap between top 2 might be a little concerning for Srivatsa, almost 8-10.
Yeah.
He would not want to be much farther off from
Thing
the
is,
Red Bull.
Abhi does not have DRS on Shrivas. So that's one saving grace for the Williams driver. Shrivas will have DRS down this long straight.
Yeah.
But I think Baz should be able to hold
Raman
on.
should be easy.
Yep. Oh, he's got it before the DRS zone. But that means Raman will get DRS. Has Raman played this tactically? And let's have a look. DRS, yes, indeed, Raman has DRS and Raman's back ahead. So, smart tactics there by Raman. Although, Malav, all this battling between these two has brought Gangster back into contention. And he could now do a similar overtake.
But I think the battle, I'm not sure if they're losing a lot of time by battling, but Raman is just falling off from the top 3. And so the podium that you predicted, while of course Noble is nowhere near it.
Oh my word! Gangster's
Noble...
end plate has decided to go into... Oh, Gangster's been...
Oh, Gangster.
I think there was a bit of some contact there between Shooter and Gangster because Gangster is now missing an end plate and I think it seemed like Shooter turned into the Sauber driver. He is still in P6 but much like Noble Garter, Gangster now will have to contend with a broken wing. Oh, Yash Kosalia! Wow! Well saved. Somehow he has not damaged. I think he would have had his heart in his mouth for a moment there, Yash Kosalia.
So he does all the hard work, Gosalia, but then Noble just claws back time either through Gosalia's mistake or Noble just being determined enough. So Noble is not going to let the Alpine breathe easy.
Yash doesn't have DRS right now.
This is probably why it's fine for Noble to continue on. Well, yes, he has lost a few positions, but he's not lost a lot of time right now, and he's still in the pack. DRS.
Oh, there's been some chaos for the back. Oh, I think the Shrikant who's gone deep into that corner. He's missing an end plate. Was there contact with Worski? There may have been. As the only driver, Shrikant was running like P10 or something, P9, P10. So
yeah, he was P10.
Either that or he's just made contact with the barrier there near that very tall bollard for some reason. Oh, so Worski and Nishan very close.
Shooter on the back of Raman again, and this time I want to see if Shooter learns his lesson again with another different driver this time. And does he fall for it? Does he overtake Raman before the detection zone and to give Raman the DRS? So this will be interesting.
Indeed, we have a couple of drivers in the pits. That's Shrikant and Worski. Let's see, I think... there's a little bit of contact between Shooter and Raman. Shooter losing the rear end a little bit. What we do need to remember here is that Shooter is on the hard tires. Everyone around him, the 4 cars ahead and the 4 cars behind, are on mediums. So Shooter really needs to play this smart. maybe either he immediately gets past Raman, or he decides to hang back for a little bit and save his tires. What do you think is the more likely thing to do here for Shooter? Logical thing.
I think he might want to get past. If I were in his position, I would want to get past because look at the gap.
He's lost
Raman
a
was
second, I think, in this little section of
no.
track.
That's just this lap chips. But then I remember 3 or 4 laps back, Raman was 3.5 seconds adrift of Srivas. It's
Yeah.
8.5 now, so they're losing time hand over fist, and this is the phase of the race where Shooter's tires will be better. So it's time to
Srivas into the
use
pits.
clean air
So
for the lack of a
one
better
of the
word.
leading trio has decided to pit. Abhishek's got past Shooter. Got past Srivas just before he came into the pit lane. Abhishek is now going to set after Baz. Is that Raman in the pits? No, Raman's lost the position to Shooter. I'm not sure what's happened there. I didn't see that. But there you go. Shooter is now running.
Noble in the pits as well,
on
by
track.
the way. So
He will, I'm
finally he's
assuming,
going
repair.
to
He'll repair
yeah,
his wing.
yeah, he is going to replace his wing.
Shrivats comes
And
out
is-
in clear air, which is a blessing for him, I think. Behind him, at least, clear air. Ahead of him is Nishan. I think
the
he should be
driver
able
ahead of
to
him.
dispatch people. Has he chosen the right time to pit? I've just realized that. Has he chosen a
I
bit of
think
a
he
wrong time to
has,
pit? I think he's
but
chosen a
I
wrong time
think
to pit. There's too much traffic in front of him, which is going to
it
cause
depends
him an
on
issue.
when. So there are a lot of medium runners after Nishan. So it depends on when they pit. If they pit in the next lap or so, I think Srivats is fine. But then, unfortunately, the one driver ahead of him is the one who's notorious for being very,
Difficult to
very
pass.
difficult to pass. So let's see how this goes.
Indeed, he is already within a second of the Ferrari driver. The thing is, I was going to mention the pace differential. Shrivats is faster. He's been very, very good in this race. But putting himself in traffic could only end up being a detriment to his race. Let's see. With the help of DRS, he will be able to breeze past the Ferrari driver. Abhishek and Baz are still close. Are they both pitting at the same time? They are. And they both enter the pits. I'm sure it's going to be for the hard tires, no doubt about it. Question remains, where will Shrivats emerge after this little pit lane exchange takes place?
Yeah, if not for Srivats, I think one of them would have stayed out. But they need to respond to the undercut
Indeed,
from
they
Srivats.
are coming up to the pit exit. Where is Shrivats? Shrivats is taking turn one, and I think it's going to be very, very close. But Shrivats is going to emerge ahead of the two of them. So well done, Shrivats, and thank you for proving me wrong. I think that was a bit of a bad call on my end to say that he's made a wrong decision by pitting early. The undercut
Yeah,
has been
Chips, if you
flawless for him.
see from the long scheme of things, unless Rivers has mega pace in clean air right now, his tires are 1 lap older.
The thing is,
And Baz is right in DRS. Of course, these hard tires will take a slight more time to heat up, but I think Baz still
the thing is though, Malak,
has.
track position has proven to be very important here over the course of this race. So I wouldn't necessarily rule out Shrivats being able to hold on to that lead. I think with some logical battery application, he could hold on to this lead for another 2, maybe 3 laps. Especially these two behind are gonna have the tires cold for this lap, so he can take it a little bit at ease on this lap. And I expected honestly the medium runners to stay out a lot longer than what they are. It's only Yash and Raman out right now, and I think the pair of them will be pitting very, very soon. Shooter is in the lead. I think Shooter is looking good for a P5 finish or a P4 finish if he can have his
Those
time
mediums
strategy right.
are gonna be mega quick in the second stint, but it's just about how little time Shooter loses before he pits, because he has very quick drivers on fresh tires behind him.
Exactly.
Gusalia should be pitting in at the end of next lap.
I
So
think
after
he's
that, the gap Shooter has, he's going to be a pit stop behind by the time he pits. So that is going to be a little bit difficult to recover, but at the same time, top 3 was probably never his target. So
I think
let's see if we can get.
he'll probably
the
be
top
aiming for
4,
something
top
like a
5.
P5, P6 at the
Yeah.
end of it all. That would be, I think,
Yeah,
a
I
good
think
haul of
Raman was
points.
P4, was he not? So
Yep.
I think P4 is definitely on the cards for Shooter, and he was battling Raman for P4. So Yeah, and especially if there is a safety car, by the way, he's golden. Not maybe now, but in a lap or two, if there's a safety car, he's going to be on the faster tire, and that is going to be just perfect.
Oh, Abhishek almost runs into the back of the Red Bull there. Mercedes and Red Bull
Yeah, here
love
goes
to
Baz.
provide
He's going to
drama.
go for a double move.
Srivatsa will also have DRS thanks to Yash. This is going to be very interesting, Malav. I'm not sure how this is going to play out at the end of it all. We may see Abhishek in the lead of this train. Who knows? Well, let's find out. Everybody is dispersing to different parts of the track. Baz has taken the very outside line. Srivatsa has the inside, and there you go. Baz is ahead.
That was beautifully done by Baz. Held it around the
very
outside,
well done.
and he's up into net P1 and approximately 5.5 seconds
Yash
get
has
left
pitted.
to the jet to pit. Yeah,
Yash has
Yash
pitted.
into the pits.
So Srivatsa, I don't think it would have made a whole lot of sense for him to pit when, along with these guys.
Yeah, he
Because
tried something different, and yeah, I mean,
he is still
it's not a
ahead of
huge
Abhi. So he now is in a bit of a DRS train behind Baz. He may be able to hold on to this P2, you never know. Maybe he'll be able to challenge for P1 as well.
Yeah, and Baz
towards
has
the
made up
latter part of the race.
1 second in one sector.
Yellow.
To Shooter.
We have a yellow. Baz has started purple sector 1. So we've not seen a single
Oh,
safety car
Shooter!
out yet, and that
Shooter
was very
made a
close to being a
mistake.
safety car, yeah.
Shooter made a huge mistake.
I just saw Ferrari sliding across, and Baz may have just been hoping that the Ferrari doesn't collect him on his way back onto the track. So I'm not sure if you caught what happened there, did you?
No, I did not, but I just saw he made a huge mistake.
Shooter's going very slow. Srivatsa has clipped the wall there, and Baz is not doing himself any favors because this is going to give Shooter the DRS. Baz is going to have to defend without any DRS. Srivatsa will definitely get DRS. So will Shooter at this point. It's just going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Once again, Abhishek is in the mix here. Baz and oh my god, what's happening here between these guys? Abhi. It was Baz and Srivatsa who made a little bit of contact. Abhi and Baz who made contact at the chicane. Shooter's pitting, and Abhishek leads. Out of nowhere, Abhishek leads, and it's not over yet because we have Srivatsa battling it out with Baz. Baz trying to challenge Abhishek. Nishan has stayed out. What is going on here? All of a sudden, the driver in P3 is now up in P1.
Yeah, good move by Abhishek, and I think it was a bit opportunistic, but he had to take that chance.
It looked like he squeezed Baz into the wall there for a moment. It just
yellow flag.
Yellow flag for Haas. Is that Vifix? Vifix, I think, he's gone off circuit there and he's hit the wall rather aggressively.
Do you think he might have damaged his rear wing?
Definitely. That was very hard into the wall. I think that's definitely damaged.
Probably out of frustration.
Yeah, I
for Vifix.
Had it with this game and with this.
I mean, he's on the wheel. It's a learning curve. It will take him some time to get up to speed, at least the speed that he's used to.
It must be so frustrating for somebody who's been continuously challenging for podiums and race wins throughout so many seasons, suddenly being relegated to the midfield, the back of the grid.
Right.
He's
so
not that far away from being lapped either.
Right. So update on Shooter. He's P9.
Yep.
And if he's what about 8 odd seconds, 8-9 seconds off net P4. And 4 of those seconds he lost by his own accord.
Yeah.
So I think it's still a good drive. I think it's still
doable. Let's see what he can.
He can still get P4 here.
Yellow again. Is that the fix again?
That is VFX. Although
did he have a spin out of the pit lane or something?
Might have been. But
Raman and Nishan trade places, so Nishan could not hold off Raman for too much longer.
Going. Is he going to go for a? I mean, is he waiting for a safety car or?
Nishan has done 14 laps on the. What's happening here? I can see some position being traded. Never mind. That's Shubh Kumar who is.
Yeah, that's Shubh.
Yellow again. Is that Vifix again? Not sure what's happening here to the Haas driver. He's having a torrid time.
Just trying to get some attention from the commentators.
Yeah, he's not been shown on the stream for a while, so he just wants us to focus on him for a little.
Now this is important. Shooter has caught up to Gangster, and at a part of the track where it's a little difficult to overtake, but he needs to get rid of these drivers as quickly as possible. Would want to lose not really a lot of time and save his tires
The
and
lead
battery
might change
to.
hands this lap. Baz is very close. I will get back to the shooter overtake in a moment, possible potential overtake. But Baz has made a pretty straightforward move with the help of DRS. Will Shrivats follow suit? He is a little too far back right now. He is going off the racing line. I think he wants to cool his tires, cool his engine a little bit. Rohan Wadhwa has retired in the pit lane, so that will not bring out a safety car. We've not had a single safety car in this race yet, nor a VS3. Rohan Wadhwa was on the softs and why he decided to retire. I'm not sure what's happened there to him. Shooter gets past and blasts past the Sauber Ferrari. No, Kick Sauber, sorry. And Shooter's up into P7.
He had to use
retired.
Vivek in the pits.
Pits, all right.
So, Shooter had to use a lot of battery, by the way, to just get past Gangster. I don't know if it's a setup thing or he did not really have good purchase out of the previous corner. But now he has 2 seconds to Noble Garter and he has to.
Alternatively, he just wanted to desperately make the move so that he doesn't lose any more time behind Gangster. That is one of the reasons why he may have used so much battery. From what I can see, one lap, if you played logically, you can just regain all the battery that you lose on the previous lap if you have used it a little aggressively. I think Shooter should be in a reasonable position. He has already pulled out a 9/10 gap to Gangster, and I think by the end of this section of track, he should be over a second ahead. So let's see. He needs to get a good exit here. He just needs to avoid making similar mistakes to what he did earlier on, and he has over a second's lead on Gangster. Shrivats is close to Abhi. Abhi is close to Baz. I don't expect to see position being traded here. Maybe actually Shrivats may go for a move on Abhi.
I think Baz might lose both.
Oh, Baz and Abhi, there is some contact there between these two. And from Shrivats' perspective, it's actually very nicely visible. Abhishek takes the lead, but they are really battling very aggressively here. It's gonna cost them some time. Shrivats was boxed in, there was nowhere for him to go. The top two are side by side as we start lap 17 of this 25 lap race. Baz is the inside line. Abhishek may go for the switch back here. Will he be successful in doing so? He will not. And Shrivats is right there in the mix. Somebody's got a penalty further back. And there you go, Baz holds on to the lead somehow. Wow, that was an interesting exchange there, Madhav.
It was. And by the way, just a little happy for Noble Garter in the second stint. Once he has gotten a wing change, his pace is back, it's fine. And while he's not really catching Raman lap after lap, but at least he's not losing a lot of time to drivers around him. Although he's been caught up by
he's been caught by Shooter, exactly.
But then that was expected considering Shooter is on the mediums and
Shooter will be very upset, I think, with how that mistake, how the timing of that mistake that he made. He could have been chasing after, or at least he could have been within sighting distance of Raman right now. Instead, he's having to get past Noble Garter as well.
Yeah, I think that mistake could be the difference between a P4 and a P5 for Shooter. Because, and you know, we saw it in the first stint as well. I think Noble was battling Yash Gosalia and he was not letting Gosalia through, or rather, you know, breathe easy. So this overtake, while Shooter will get ahead of the Red Bull, it's not a necessity that he's going to keep P5 come end of the race. So Noble is going to be,
I think he just
very keen to be in Shooter's DRS and just ride with him until those mediums become second hand.
Here, right? On the main straight, there's no DRS.
No, not on the main straight.
Shrivats is very close to Abhi. Shrivats was within 2 tenths of Abhi through the corner there. So this is going to be very interesting. Abhi's broken a little bit late there for that corner, but he's managed to get the car slowed down in time. So, Malam, I would say that at this point, any one of the top 3 is likely to win. They are playing it very tactically. They are trading positions. They are fighting. They are actually fighting. The benefit for them is that the driver behind the 3 of them is 10 seconds behind. So it won't really matter to them how much time they lose over these next 7 or so laps. I'm sure they're not going to lose 10 seconds in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, which is why they can afford to have a little fun.
What's your take here? Who is going to be the one to...
Oh my god!
Abhi's gone deep into that corner.
It's like he forgot to
he's hit the wall! There's debris all over. What's happened there to Abhishek? That could be a safety car or a VSC. Given the amount of debris on track, he will probably be overtaken by Raman. So what's happened there? I was just following Srivats for a moment to figure out if he would get a
So
good exit.
Chips, didn't you say that P4 was 10 seconds off P3 a few seconds back? Well, there you have it. Now P3 is 10 seconds
How
off P2.
quickly fortunes
And you know what that has, for Baz, what a godsend this
Indeed.
incident has been. He has broken DRS because Abhishek's made a mistake. Baz has broken DRS. That is just
What exactly
fallen
happened
right
here to
into
Abhi?
that.
But did you see that? You have managed
So
to.
he went a bit too. I mean, he went very deep, and even the pits. I think he has damage.
He
went
does,
very
he
deep
has
into
lost
that
his
left-hander, and I think after that probably was just a little bit impatient on the throttle and completely lost his car.
Very impatient on the throttle there because he just absolutely sent it into the wall. And Abhishek was running. He was in contention for the race win. He will emerge, I think, at best in P12. Yeah, he will emerge P12.
Yeah, and
That is
what about
terrible.
Shooter? What about the Shooter?
Could Shooter get a podium here, motherfucker?
Yeah,
Out of
yeah,
everything.
yeah, that's exactly what I was asking.
4
Maybe a podium.
seconds. That's the gap. Coincidentally, that's the same amount of time he lost with that mistake.
Yeah,
He is gaining.
it's going to be a race of regrets maybe for Shooter, but let's see how the next few laps pan out. There is still time for a late safety car here, Chips, and that would be so interesting to watch.
That would really spice up the pecking order, and that would be very, very interesting to see. I see a little battle brewing here between Shrikant and Faizan. There is contact between the Alpine and the Aston. They are sliding about as they go around the Las Vegas sphere. Noble has managed to keep up with Shooter. Shooter's gaining time on Raman, but Noble is coming along with Shooter as well. So,
Yeah, but I don't think Shooter is gaining enough to make up 4
Yeah.
seconds in the next 5 laps. Oh,
Faizan
car!
is
It could
out!
be a safety car. It could be a
And
safety
that is
car.
the safety
It could
car.
be
Is that a
safety car.
BSC? Oh, what's happened to Faizan there? Oh, I just managed to
I
see
was
that.
on board with him.
Please.
Oh my god, it might just not be a safety car because there's no one else around him.
Is that a BSC?
Oh my god, yeah.
Let's have a look. I can't see
seems to be a
the
BS.
board here. Worski's got a penalty. I don't know how or what. He's coming into the pit lane. He's changing his tires. Nishan has stayed out. What happened there? Faizan has retired. I think, was there contact or was that a Abhishek style?
No, he just
moment?
made a mistake and hit the barrier.
BSC.
I was
It's a
on
BSC,
board with
yeah.
him. I have no idea
DRS.
which. By the way, it's
Yeah.
VSC is ended.
DRS enabled.
And in all that, Srivats has lost his second to
Srivats has
Basil,
lost
and
so much time, yeah. People are pitting in the background. I think they've not realized that the safety car is in. VSC is
look
in.
at
sorry.
Noble Gata. He was not letting
Shooter's lost time to
shoot
Raman.
out of his sight, and
Shooter's lost about
Shooter's
half a second to Raman in this little exchange here.
yeah, I don't
Noble-
think Shooter is catching Raman now. His tires would be losing performance in the next couple of laps.
As
So
we
unless
saw,
there is safety
yeah.
car right now,
Exactly.
Uh,
As we saw, anything is possible. We could have a sudden moment as we
Yeah,
saw
here's
with
Noble.
Abhishek and Faizan. Noble going for the move. I think it's a very straightforward move, textbook move, and Noble is ahead of the Ferrari driver. And Shooter's back in P5. A little moment there will not hinder his progress in trying to get back ahead of the Red Bull driver. Yellow flag again. That's a kick serve or a phantom. Somebody's. Oh, Shrivats has spun! Shrivats has spun! Malav! And Raman
Wow.
is right behind him. What is going on here to P2?
Raman
My
was
word!
P5.
Raman could be on for P2. Srivats's tires will be crying out for help. They must be. Temperature must be through the roof. Abhishek's with the first lap. He's down
he's
in
spinning
P9.
again!
Oh, he's
He's
had a
spun again!
moment. He's hit the barriers. Could Noble be on for a podium? And Noble's looking at P3 right in front of him. And P3 has a broken end plate. Shooter could be on for something here. Raman's in P2. He's got a 4-second buffer. That 4 second, that number's coming up too often in this race. Srivats is going very, very slowly. He has no end plate. He will be struggling. Who is this going to benefit? Is this going to benefit Noble? Is this going to benefit Shooter? Could Gangster get back in the mix here? What about Yash? We've not spoken about him for a while. This could be anybody's game here. Srivats has
All
a bit of a
kicking
gap.
off in the last few laps.
Srivats has another
And
moment and he almost sends it into the wall there.
yeah,
Everyone will have
he
DRS.
he
Malav,
needs
this
to
is
fit
he.
Srivats.
I don't think he will. It won't make a whole lot of sense. Shooter will have DRS from two cars. Sorry, slipstream from two cars. Doesn't look like it. Shooter may go for a move down the middle of the racetrack, and he is being sandwiched by the Red Bull and the Williams. But who will it be coming out on top? Srivats breaks very early. Shooter and Noble Shooter almost hits the inside wall there after being tagging Noble's car. Noble is up to P3, Shooters in P4. Srivats is coming into the pit lane. He is retreating into the bits to probably go on to a set of soft tires, I'm assuming. But what has happened there with retired? Oh.
Yeah, I think
Oh, it
that's
was so promising, Malav, for the Williams driver. He had such phenomenal pace.
Yeah, I think uncharacteristic mistake from both Shooter and Srivats. I just said Shooter. I meant Srivats and Abhishek's.
Yeah.
And that has left us with no real drama for the race win, at least, unless Baz also ends up
Although it
making
is
a
one for
mistake.
the history books, Baz is going to take 2 wins in a row, Malav.
Wow, 12 seconds is a gap.
As of now, there's a lot that's happened here, and I will not discount anything.
And by the
from
way,
happening.
Shooter has lost. I mean, he's just back into the DRS window, but he's struggling to keep up with
Noble
Noble.
looked like he made a bit of a mistake there because Shooter's gained quite some time on him, about 3 tenths or so, and he's back within DRS range. Gangster's not within DRS. Actually, Gangster may be overtaken by Yash here if Yash will decide to use his battery. What about these two, Shooter and Noble? Shooter may go for the dive down the inside, or will he? He's a little too far back, and maybe he wants DRS. Maybe he will. Oh, Gangster and Yash! Gangster's been spun! And what happened
I didn't
there?
see what happened there. No, I didn't see. I was
Yeah, neither did I. I
busy
just got the
spectating
cinematic camera, and then I saw
Shooter, but
Gangster
well,
facing sideways.
Yash is through to P5. I don't know if Gangster made a mistake. Was there some contact? Shooter 3-4 tenths behind Noble. This is probably the battle to watch for the last final.
Indeed,
final podium
very
position.
interesting to watch this. And there is one thing I will need to pull up the points table for this. Shrikant with a penalty. Malav, I think Baz as a reserve may be leading the championship at the end of this race if he finishes where he is. Because Abhishek is down in P7. So I just need
I
to
think
verify that. Let me
is-
verify that very quickly.
If there wasn't a good time for Redstone to come back next week, now he has a reason. I think he's just giving himself. You know how you complete your main quest and then you do side missions.
Yeah, side missions. Yeah.
That's what Redstone is doing, just making it more and more difficult for himself by missing a few races, just chilling. I think he did comms last week, if I'm not
Yep,
wrong.
last week he was on the comms box.
So he's just toying with the rest of the grid right
He
now.
wants to win the championship with the least number of races entered. Who knows? He may just do it with like 7 or 8 races across the whole season. Anything's possible with Redstone.
Here's Shooter, by the way.
Yeah, Shooter and Noble. Shooter's a little too far back. I was gonna follow Shub and Smith. We've not spoken about these guys for a while. Actually, we've not spoken about them for the whole race. So Smith currently running P10. He could get past Shub on this occasion. Maybe he will wait for the next lap. He is using his battery. He has DRS, and he will blast by the Williams driver, and up into P9 goes Smith Shah. Although up front, this is getting feisty. Noble and Shooter. So Malav, I'm just gonna tell this to you. Abhishek in P7. How many points will he get? 6 points, yeah?
Yeah, that's 6 points for Abhishek.
So Abhishek is currently on 36 points. 6 points would give him 42 points. Baz is currently on 25. 25 would give him 50. Baz could very well be leading the championship as a reserve if the race concludes as it is. And given the lead that he has, I don't expect Baz to lose the lead anytime now. He can just play it safe. He can go 2 or 3 seconds off the pace and just take it chill to the end. But I don't think he will be doing any of that. Is this an RL first that we're witnessing, Malav?
In terms of the gap between
In terms of a
people?
reserve leading the championship?
Oh yeah, it very well could be.
I don't think that's ever happened before. Azun in the pits for some reason.
Not after 3 rounds. Definitely not after 3
Yeah,
rounds.
not after 3 rounds. It's been a very interesting season as of now. It's only three rounds in, and we are about to
And
start the
remember,
final
there are
lap.
a few surprises
Yeah, indeed.
this season as well. So it's not going to be a vanilla calendar. So that should spice things up. And shooter makes a mistake,
What's happening
and
there? I
I
just was
think
looking at back for a moment.
yeah, I think
Oh,
this.
somebody spun.
I don't know
Phantom.
if rear locking is possible on this game,
I
but
think it is. Yeah, it started
yeah,
with
then that's what
23 and
that's what happened
shooter still
with
within
shooter.
DRS range. It is the last lap, Malav. This is gonna get very, very feisty for everyone. Shooter will be very, very keen to just get a spot on the podium, and I think he will be biding his time for the back straight. Yash is a little too far back. It won't. I don't think he will be much of a factor in this battle for the lead. Baz had to navigate Phantom's spun car while Phantom was exiting the pits. But Baz, what a drive it's been for the Red Bull driver.
Yeah,
Two
spotless.
wins in a
And
row,
while
Malu.
other drivers around him made mistakes, he has been mistake. I mean, he has driven mistake free, and shooter makes another mistake.
Oh, he's grazing the wall.
Oh
He's
my
spun.
God, shooter!
Oh my word,
He's just given
Shooter!
the. Oh my
On the last
God!
lap, Shooter spins out of contention. Noble will be P3, Yash will be P4, Gangster will be P5, and could Abhishek get P6 in all this? Could he
Yeah, I
get
think he
past the
will.
Ferrari driver? I
I
think
think
he
he will
will.
because shooter
Yeah.
has no wing. I mean,
Although that
at
will
least
give
he
him an
has ring
advantage
damage.
down the back straight with the lower downforce. But I'm going to switch over to Baz for a moment, who is weaving across the line. What a drive! 2 wins in a row. URL Basel takes the race win here in Las Vegas. Ramen, a fantastic drive. I'll have a look at these two. Abhishek does get past Shooter. My word, and Shooter's just going to finish ahead of his teammate at the end of all this. Raman finishes in P2. Fantastic drive by the Aston driver. Noble Garter finishes P3 after that early series of issues for him. Yash finishes in P4, a very good finish for him, I think, considering the penalty that he had early on. Gangster in P5, I think he'll be happy with that, although he won't be particularly happy with some of the contact that he made with others. Abhi in P6, Shooter in P7, Nishan 8, Smith ahead of Shubh Kumar in 9th, who Shubh Kumar will be P10. And yeah, what a drive, what a race, man. Very interesting, I must say. I
Yeah,
didn't
that
expect
was.
some Shooter really made it
So,
very interesting at
so
the end there.
it's what like 3 out of top 4 or 5 drivers who made mistakes. Abhishek, Srivats, and Shooter.
Abhishek,
We
Noble,
would
Noble as
have had
well.
a Noble. I don't know if he made a mistake or I
I
don't
think
know
it's
what
just
happened in the.
issues with the car, probably.
Yeah, probably just yeah. That a first. I mean, the first stint was one to forget for Noble, but it still comes back with a P3, and that's a double podium for Red Bull. So if Baz takes the, I don't know who's the Red Bull seat. I don't know who's the teammate for Noble. I'm sure someone has a full-time seat in the Red
I'll
Bull,
have a
but
look at that. So it's
that's
Shubh
vintage
Kumar.
player. Okay,
No,
no,
not
it's
Shubh
vintage
Kumar.
player.
Sorry. It's
Yeah, it's
He's a
vintage.
yeah, it's vintage. So we'll go
So
Baz with another win. Did IRL people ever think we'd be saying that anytime soon? Baz has now got 3 wins,
3 race wins.
two of
My
them
God.
in a row, back to back. Japan and Vegas. Baz has been on a roll, on a charge, and can anyone stop him at this point?
Yeah, his name is Redstone. He's coming back next week.
Next week will be our week then. Qatar, very interesting track, very technical track, I must say. It's a very
Qatar would be fun.
track to say.
The whole everything except the main straight. It's gonna be fun. Those high speed, medium
Indeed,
speed corners,
very interesting to
and
watch that.
the, the loads of dirty air people will face, and the tire wear, of course, the front tire screaming for mercy. Chips, are you getting the top 3 into the party chat?
I
So
can,
that we
yeah,
can,
you can as well. I was not able to run through the grid. But in the
let
end,
me
Azun
see
picked up
if
the
I can
fastest
add.
lap. Yeah. So I need to add Noble Garter, Baz, and Raman. Yeah, alright. So Noble has got a podium here, Malav, and he's exited a very illustrious group in terms of stats. Are you aware of that?
No, what's the stat?
So Noble is here. Hello, Noble.
Hello.
Can you hear us? Hello, Noble. You sound like you're very far away. Please increase your mic volume
I
a
think it's
little
just
bit.
still loading for me.
Is it? I can hear him.
Yeah, I think it takes some time for me sometimes.
Something's
I
up
think
with my headphone, maybe because everyone sounds very
Yo.
low to me. Welcome, Raman. Welcome, Baz. I don't want to do that.
Is this better?
A little bit better, yeah. I think let me just completely put the audio mix towards party. That may help. Say something, Noble.
Hello.
Hello, hello, Noble. Yes. So, Noble, are you?
Yep.
You can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. So, Noble, you were level with me in terms of podiums before the start of this race. Now you move ahead. You now have 9 podiums in IRL, but this one looked to be a bit of a tough challenge for you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Just what happened for your race, especially in the beginning? You had that front end damage. You just seemed like you were struggling with the braking or something. What was happening with you in the opening few laps?
I mean, today the quali was amazing. I was good in quali. I got a very nice pole on my last lap. I think like 50 seconds, I think. But even without the tool, I think I was fastest. But I mean, the race was pretty straightforward, I guess. I mean, I think you guys saw it in the beginning lap. I was struggling a lot with grip, basically, and balance. But the start was fine. I managed to keep Basil behind, and then after that, I just had like a few problems with the balance. The car wasn't turning well, and if it was turning, I would just lose it on the exit, especially on that left-hander before the very big straight. But I mean, I think the balance was kind of shit. But still, the P3 is not bad, but I think it could have been a lot better than P3. But yeah, I mean, not bad.
Indeed, not bad.
Oh yeah, and also the damage. I got damage and on the last braking zone, I think, and then after that the car was really worse.
But in the end, despite all those troubles, Noble, you have still managed to drive a fantastic race. And I'm not entirely sure for you, but I think this will move you up to what we did. P3 in the standings? P4 in the standings, something like that.
Not sure.
I think
it wasn't a bad race. It was the second stint was a lot better. I managed to keep Shooter behind also. That was a very nice battle, and yeah, shout out to him. You know, it was a good battle with me and him. But then unfortunately, I don't know what happened to him. He spawned, and then we couldn't see the rest. But it was nice.
That occurred on the very last lap, and that is very fun to watch. That little battle between the two of you. Malav, anything you want to ask Noble?
No, so I mean, Noble, great second stint. You just described what happened in the first stint, so it was amazing to watch you race in the second stint, especially where you did not really let Shooter get away even though he was on faster tires. So amazing job there. And yeah, just one question on your strategy or your decision to not pit even after getting damage. I think you stayed out for a few laps and pit on your regular lap even after getting damage. What was kind of going on in your mind? Were you probably waiting for a safety car, or you realized that you could stick around and still keep within reasonable gaps of other cars, so you didn't want to take a early hit of a pit stop and then having old tires at the end?
Yeah, I mean the damage wasn't that bad really. It was, I mean, it did affect the balance of the car, but it was very minimal, so it didn't really affect me that much. I lost a lot of time though, but it wasn't that big. I mean, it was kind of grayish, I think. No, not gray. Sorry, yellowish on the HUD or whatever it is. But then after that, when on the lap that I pitted, I got another wing damage right before I pitted, so that kind of made me to pit because I had even more damage now. That was it really.
All right, but yeah, great job nonetheless, and that was good to watch you not making mistakes like a couple of other people did, who were already in the podium position. So,
Yeah.
congratulations
Thank you very
on
much.
that drive, Noble. And nice
Congrats to
demonstration
Basil
from Red Bull as
and
well.
Raman.
It's a pleasure to hang on despite the initial troubles. Well done, Noble.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now we move on to Raman.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, Raman.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I want to ask you something. We see
Yeah.
in stuff like Mario Kart and all that people can throw banana peels behind them. How are you managing to throw it ahead of you? To the driver ahead of you? Every single driver ahead of you seems to have an issue, bar one. We will get to that person, just after we interview you.
I don't know, bro. Just a lot of luck.
Somehow, Raman,
I think a lot of misfortune that
Yeah.
in the last two races that resulted in a lot of luck today.
But just walk us through your race. It seemed like for a moment you were either going to be caught by people or you were going to just
Yeah.
not be within the others. And despite all that, somehow you find yourself in P2 at the end of the tournament. How do you feel?
We'll start with in quali I kind of messed up because I put on my TT setup which had the low ride height and I really was struggling with that, and I got even in the race once I learned what was going on I had to change my lines a little bit, like hit the curves on the curve instead of trying to cut it. So I was a bit phased in the beginning, but I mean the point from the very beginning was to avoid mistakes at all costs. And I mean, how the hell did we not have a safety car in Vegas? I mean, IRL has gone woke. This is woke bullshit, man. But yeah, so just avoiding any kind of crashes. I mean, only thing I would probably do differently if I had to do the race was when I tried to chicken shooter, and I think we both lost time a bit. That was not worth it. But everything else is just a George Russell's performance. Did nothing, got P2.
I think that is the most accurate description you can give. And just very well done. Malav, anything you want to
Oh,
add?
and I think I had a 3-second carried over from Japan, but I don't know, because Nobel overtook Shooter, because Shooter was definitely gaining on me, but I think they ended up fighting, which helped me keep that 4.5 second gap, so that penalty would not, yeah, that was a bit fortunate as well.
That's an added bonus for you.
Yeah, thanks Nobel.
The Aston driver.
Yeah, Raman, how badly were you hoping for a safety car with 10-second gap to the top 3 with 5 laps to go? And then how glad you were that it didn't come, because if it had, then
Yeah,
it would have been difficult to get the
hoping
podium.
for a safety car to hoping it doesn't come, it's like it was a yo-yo the entire race. But yeah, I mean, I did push one more lap, but then it was just not worth it. I felt just boxed. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, nothing
congratulations,
much
Raman.
to
I
add
mean,
there, to be honest.
Yeah, no questions. I think you had luck on your side today, especially with the podium, but nevertheless, you still had P4 more or less locked in. Shooter was gaining, but we had our doubts considering he was on mediums, which would have degraded, and he anyway had Noble to fight. So, congratulations.
Yeah, and congrats Baz, congrats Nobel.
Indeed, well done, Raman. Congratulations once again. And I am not exactly sure if this is like we've had a bit of a reality switch sometime between the last season and this one, because Baz, you have won 2 races in a row. Well done. And if I'm not wrong, I think Caesar will verify that once he updates the points table. You are now leading the championship while being a reserve. Is Baz here? Am I just speaking to you?
Yeah.
Hello, hi Baz.
No, I'm here. Hello.
Baz, you lead the championship. You have won 2
Well,
races in a row. There is a
Right.
very famous Lewis Hamilton quote: "Can anyone stop Sebastian Vettel? Can anyone stop URL Basil in this season?" With the way you've been doing.
I think Redstone definitely can if he decides to turn up. But this performance was dedicated to Marlon because he wasn't there to witness my first win. So I
And your
did this for
second.
you, mate. And my second. You know, it all accumulated to this this show for you, mate. I saw you join the lobby, so it gave me extra urge, you know, extra motivation. But yeah, no, firstly, congrats to Noble and Raman as well for the podium, and hard luck to Shrivatsa and Abhishek. But I thought it was going to be very close with us three towards the end, and then I think they just ran into incidents and then I just managed to build a healthy gap and then look back.
Well, it was a very healthy gap at the end, but at some points in the race, it was the top three were inseparable. Just walk us through those battles with Avi and Shrivas, because it seemed like at any point, any one of you could have been in the lead, and then a lap or so later, just in that little skirmish, P2, P3, anything. How was it being in that little track there?
Yeah, I think from Collie, it showed that we had pretty similar pace. Obviously, Noble blitzed the field with the 0.3. I think he benefited a little bit from our slipstream, but still a very good lap. Honestly, that it was scary. I think we had a little incident, us three, where I got squeezed quite heavily, and then I picked up a little bit of damage as well from it. It wasn't too major, didn't affect performance too much. But yeah, any one of us could have won that race, I think, if we were still there at the end.
Well, that was a treat to watch. Thank you guys for the wonderful battle. Thank you to Robbie and Shrivats as well, who are not here in the podium room obviously. But very, very well done, guys. Do you think you will want to sign up as a full-time driver now? You're going to be bumped up to a full-time driver, rather.
It depends if Caesar's gonna give me the seat. But yeah, no, I can race now, so it's just a matter of when Caesar says you're now a full-time driver. So.
I think your performances warrant a full-time seat at this point, so that will be for the Supreme Leader to decide. Well done. Let me see. Malav, anything you want to ask our race winner?
Baz, couple of updates for you. One, I just got a DM from Caesar that effectively immediately we're not moving any reserves to the full-time seats. So let's just get that out of the way. Secondly, 3 race wins, Baz. I mean, while Caesar might just count it as 1 for now, but that's more than Azun and more than Noobshan. So something for you to brag about in party chats whenever you meet your friends. I think most of you, have covered what happened in the race. You obviously had a lonely end in the last few laps because, well, people behind you decided to take themselves out of contention. But yeah, mega pace, mega quali, good job, congratulations. For me, this is your first race win, so yeah, congrats on your maiden IRL win, Baz.
Yeah, highly appreciated. It means absolutely nothing coming from you, but thank you. Obviously, if Red Sir decides to turn up, I think it might be a different case. He clearly has a pace advantage on everyone. But
yeah, we were just talking about on our stream that he's just doing side quests now. He's just giving himself challenges.
Yeah,
to win the championship, maybe by participating in the least number of races possible. So let's see how that goes, and let's see if you are a full-time driver and can actually fight for the title.
Yeah. I mean, they do say after the first one, it gets easier. So,
Bro has become a philosopher now. My God, this is why the league has gone woke. Ramen was right.
I was obviously driving Max's car, so it was a simply lovely performance, I guess. But yeah, I was just watching the screen, just checking everyone else's battles and bringing the car home in one piece, or almost one piece.
Congratulations, Baz.
Thank you. Guys, very well done. Your 3rd win. Do you expect a 4th next weekend, guys?
What's the track?
Qatar.
No.
Caesars.
No.
Oh,
Yo,
Baz
I
has
think
good-
there
good-
is some very small bit of history that Baz has with that track.
Yeah, since then, it's been the worst track for me, I think, in any league, not just this league. So I do not expect to be anywhere near the front. Honestly, but
We'll find out
I'll
next
give it
week
a go.
how that pans out. But, well, until then, I think we can conclude it here. So, once again, well done, Noble, Ram, and Baz. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you, Malav, for joining the comms. It was a lot of fun to do comms with a very established commentator. And we shall see you next week for Qatar. I don't think I will be available next week to do comms. So, looking forward
Yeah,
to
Baz
that.
and I will do comps. That's fine.
Yeah. Highly possible. Does consider P1 in the comms box as well? Maybe?
I'm probably gonna see Lando win the championship in Qatar.
Oh my god.
That is
Raman
a
had to
possibility.
ruin it. I mean, he had to ruin it. Anyways, guys, good night and congratulations once again to all three of you.
Alright.
And thank you, Chips.
Bye, guys.
Guys, right, so we shall see you all next week in Qatar. Until then, thank you, take care, and bye bye.